Like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had. Ooh, and what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. If thunder only happens when it's raining, why is it that people can say at any time, get out, or somebody else they have an agreement with says get out to who? Or somebody says they're going to call the authorities, including doctor. Thunder only happens when it's raining. So I have never called anybody on anybody in my life, but I am paying out endlessly that I have to save myself from what I see and hear of announcements by people that they're going to do something like move me as if I'm in a wheelchair. Yep. And I have to pay for that with banking. If I was in a wheelchair, I would not be banking this way. I would not stand up at a bank teller's counter and get banking, right? If I'm in a wheelchair, wouldn't somebody have to do that for me because it's higher than the wheelchair, the counter? You have to stand up at a bank teller. Well, I know this. When I was first alive, I was the size of a 3-year-old and not tall enough to stand up at a bank teller's counter. And I'm also not tall enough to drive a car into a drive-through bank teller, drive-through window. And they have that thing where you send, let's say, a deposit slip. You send that in a capsule and it goes into a vacuum and it goes into the bank teller's window, like inside the bank. Not old enough to be at the driver's seat window and do that. I've been in the passenger seat, but not in the driver's seat. And then now I am this year. I've lost about 2 inches of my height, so I don't stand full height at the bank teller this way either. So now is not a time for me to go banking because I don't have full height of 5 feet 6 inches tall. So that was fine, but now it's 5 feet 4 inches tall approximately. It's not enough. I don't want to go to the bank teller. If I was really growing my height at 5 feet 4 inches tall, I would be about 13 years old, and I'm 48 years old, so I don't want the problem. I don't want to go back to the bank teller for any questions right now. If they're still there. Are they still there? It's time to close down creation. Yeah. Players only love you when they're playing. I'm singing Fleetwood Mac song Dreams. And it has 2 remakes I just watched just now. One is Lainey Gardner, And another one is, well, she has blue hair. I don't know her name. Yeah, her hair is like sky blue. Yeah. Is it bright? It's bright. Yeah, bright sky blue. Um, bright blue like a swimming pool. I think it's sky blue. And maybe it should change color. Okay. I found them both on YouTube Music. So players only love you when they're playing. That means they have certain money that they're playing with, right? Well, if I was in this world as one of you, I would go into jail and prison on those points. I don't know how long I could hold myself in the prison because I'm not alive that way, but that's the goal, is to be in the prison and die there uh, as quickly as possible, because it is disclosed that there is banking, and I don't have, I can't take money out of the bank, so there's really no need to be in public. It goes to prison for a death is immediately. Uh, the banking of withdrawal of money. I saw Lainey Gardner singing Dreams. Before she started to sing, she held up her hand, wait, and she drank something, I think was ocean spray cran juice, a mixture, like a blend, a juice blend of cranberry with something. And she drank it out of an open container that was she already drank half of it at least. She drank a little, and then she got ready, and then she sang the song Dreams. Um, so is she eating food and drinking beverages, and that made her like a singer? Um, okay, that's true that it's against myself that she's doing that, but she sounds beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Um, I guess it's the money that I would want in heaven, and that she would get a death on herself, but she's gluttoning, and she's not really angry right there. She was very beautiful. But it's angry to glutton. It's angry to eat the food supply. That means she made payments, or somebody supplied her with food wherever she is. And I don't really need that you do that. I need that you have an unclean death in a jail, in a prison, or homeless if you're on your way there. That's where homeless is due to end up if you don't hold yourself outside homeless. You go to jail and prison for a death on the points that make you angry, so that you don't step up to a microphone or seat yourself in front of a microphone and sing for God. Um, Players only love you when they're playing. Uh, Somebody's playing with money and making payments for food that, in this case, Lainey Gardner is the one who was drinking it. Did she buy it for herself? That's possible that she bought it for herself, but where did she get the money? Because that money is due frozen in the bank. Uh, it would be interesting if somebody handed her a new bottle of ocean spray, and she opened it and started to drink it, and then she said she was ready to sing into a microphone, and that was possible. But it's illegal to sing into the microphone. It's not really God saying that he's having a moment and he wants to sing with you. I'm alive here, and I am angry, and I don't really have time for the singing, but I love it. It's listen to me talk about gluttoning against myself. It's complicated for no need. I just don't need it. I have to say that. Before I saw this Lainey Gardner singer, I saw on Inside Edition. with Deborah Norville, Channel 13 on Cox Cable, which is ABC network. It has a video. I think they might credit it to YouTube. That's possible. It's a Mexican American male on a skateboard, and he's going down a roadway that I guess it goes downward because he can go. It looks like he's going swiftly, yeah, on the skateboard, and he is holding and drinking a bottle of ocean spray, cran combination with something else. Cranberry, it's ocean spray and cranberry and something. So that's that was I saw that a number of times. I don't know, a handful of times, because I also looked it up on the internet myself. And then I also saw this Lainey Gardner drinking the ocean spray, and she sang the same song that the skateboarder was playing. It was playing on his YouTube video, is what I think. It was Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, and she sang the song Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And I'm thinking that she saw the video, but I don't know that because I can't see her watching it. I'm reminded of the two that are similar. The male, Mexican American male on a skateboard who had ocean spray drinking it while he was on a skateboard going, and hearing the song Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. That was on Inside Edition, and then seeing Lainey Gardner on YouTube Music with the cranberry juice from Ocean Spray, and she was singing Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Now, I'm saying all the threatening directly the way that I saw it myself, but I don't have it completely in order. Why these two people don't know each other and they don't get a death on themselves, that's because you have to go to prison by yourself to get a death on yourself, and she might meet somebody in the prison like that. But you don't know why God is doing that. When you glutton, you're not supposed to skip that you go to the prison. You're supposed to stop the gluttoning, and that you finally die. You can't just eat and eat and eat and eat, and then you actually do lose all the threatening and go out of form. Yeah, I don't really want that for Lainey Gardner or even for the skateboarder. I don't actually want that you just happy on God's time and you don't really sustain yourself in a life. You are an illegal alive shunt, but you have to die out of the prejudice by your own volition. You can't just die because God's world had to closed, that it was formed. So it's deceased out of formed, but it's closed to you. And then where are you after that? Because don't you want to know why you glutton? You approximately just glutton, and then you glutton again, and then you glutton again, and you glutton again, and you think it's a way of life and it's a lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle is condoms. You're illegal that way. You have actually that you have to die out of the gluttoning because that way it is for your own death, and you don't just glutton because you're angry against the food supply being alived by myself, and you don't know that. You just don't know that because you glutton too much. If you glutton a little, you're supposed to die, and then you have to leave that you took something away from myself. And instead, I'm absolutely supplying that you're going to glutton everything and glutton all the food in front of me and glutton my whole life so that I'm not deceasing the world with my own leverage, just like you. Well, you're not really supposed to threaten me that way because I am deceased and I am deceasing my leverage because I am deceased, because I am myself, and you interrupt myself and interfere with myself's life is really not due to me. That's you not having any sort of definition of the gluttoning. You don't have a defined gluttoning that you commit and then you die of it. You're not supposed to do commission after commission after commission and make so much commission that you don't know why you do commission, but you believe in it. You believe in it strongly, like it's an identity for you. And I'm saying that's you having no definition on the gluttoning. You don't understand what gluttony is for, but you're really not supposed to do that. It's not really for you to be a glutton or to eat something that's not yours. You don't have a life that way. You don't alive the food supply that you eat. No. That's myself who does that. And I live all the food supply with just this one Godhead.